Hello, greetings, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Augustine, and I'm here to give us another summary of yesterday's mass adoption meeting. I want to begin by apologizing that I'm having a dark background, and these are one of the reasons why the Simply Brilliant community was created to see that things are done the right way. As long as I'm concerned, administrative flaws on the side of the government causes us, those that reside in Nigeria, to from time to time have interruptions in power supply, electric power supply. And this is the reason why recently, from time to time, you see that I come in and there isn't light. I'm also anticipating that shortly lights will be returned, hopefully before this broadcast comes to an end. But if it doesn't, I hope you are going to hear me very well. My face doesn't really matter. What really does matter is the fact that you listen, you understand, and I give the proper narrative. So, welcome if you're just tuning into my broadcast. My name is Augustine. I'm one of the members in the Simply Brilliant community. I'm here to give us a summary of yesterday's mass adoption meeting. Yesterday's mass adoption meeting, in fact, it was terrific. It was wonderful. It was excellent. I liked it. The administration used or came in from another approach. Conventionally, he does a 1 hour monologue and the other is a dialogue where people ask their questions. But as it is, yesterday he didn't follow that principle. He came in and then made a question, asked a question. Of course, the anchor of the meeting was Ambassador and Chief Justice Bederig. So he began by asking a question: have you guys looked into the KCBO and seen the most recent updates? And a good number of people, gave a resounding yes. So on that note, some people said that they had listened and they had read through several times. Some 2 times, some 3 times, some 5 times, some 7 times. And on my part, I took my time to meditate through. It's one thing to read, it's another thing to meditate. Now, what does it mean to meditate? Meditating means you are consuming the mindset of the author. That's meditation. For instance, when you meditate upon the scriptures, you are consuming the mindset of the creator. And as Christians, we believe the Spirit of God inspired the Bible. And it also applies to every other thing. When you meditate on anything, you are able to consume the mindset of the person who wrote it. So I don't just read, I meditate. And I didn't read it once. I read it several times. I can't count the number of times I read it. But that's by the way. I'm just trying to give us a tip of what it means to read through. You don't just read through like it's a novel. It's not just a novel. It is an intention that is going to overtake the entire world system. So if you are reading and you are consenting, then that means you have agreed with the administration that you want to change the world. And as you make your necessary efforts, then indeed the world will be changed. So if you're tuning into my broadcast for the very first time, I would appreciate it if you give me a like. You can give me a thumbs up. That's a like. And then subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet subscribed, so that anytime I'm live, you get the notifications. And then finally, click on the notification bell so that anytime I'm live, you get prompted and then you come on live. Okay? All right. So on that said, I want to quickly say that I made a broadcast yesterday summarizing the most recent updates the administration gave us. And fortunately today, I'm not just going to talk about the meeting of yesterday because he took his time to explain in details that blog. And I'm going to go to the blog shortly and we'll look into it together. But like I said in my yesterday's broadcast, if you haven't yet listened, you can do well to go back to review. We have started. We may have been building or going back and forth. Let me make use of the word. We may have been rigmaroling for about 7 years, and you wouldn't blame anybody because this system is new and the administration launched out with a particular mindset to build a private economy not under the influence or control of the elite system, because he understood the end game of the elites, and that's totalitarianism or control. And he doesn't want it. He wants a time, a world where people can express their mind and be happy. That's the world he went out. He wants us to achieve. So he went out not knowing how or where to go, but he had that mindset and followed that mindset. Then began to give the narrative to humanity, telling humanity to join him in this parade, in this quest to make sure that we set humanity free from the morass of poverty. That was the original narrative that the administration came up with. And that was how we got to this point. And we may have tried out one or two things which may not have worked as we expected it to. But I'm telling you now that this that the administration has set up will work. I am certain that it will work, because when I look through the updates on the blog, I feel the spirit behind it. I feel the energy with which the administration wrote it. And I am certain that this time it will work. It wouldn't just work, it's going to create a ripple effect. If you can picture a slopy area where you roll a snowball and the snowball rolls down the steep slope, over time it becomes a mountain of snow. And anything that stands on the way, it crushes it. Now, that is how we are going to start building this community. The builders will start small, and over time, we'll start gathering momentum. And over time, we are going to be the community that would have the highest employees in all of humanity. Those employees, I refer to them as the builders. In the next 1 year or so from now, we are going to have builders that are going to comprise of over 2 million. I don't know if there is any organization in the world that has a customer base or an employee rating or an employee number that are about 2 million. Yes, that may sound far-fetched at this point, but like I do say, I meditate upon things, and when I look into the future, I see that this will happen. So on this note, tighten your seatbelts. We're about to begin. And I hope I am as brief as I can, but I'm not in a haste. This time, I want to take my time to look through the blog and then make the interpretations from the administration's point of view based on the updates we had yesterday. All right, so on that note, I'll be sharing my screen now. And then from time to time, I may digress into one or two things. I hope you also stay with me while I go about that. All right, so let me begin. I did this yesterday, but I'm going to do it again in a more detailed manner. May promo. Builders will be paid $5 a day. Enjoy G. Article, poster, and image. So this time it's not just article, poster, and image. This is now summary of mass adoption meeting, hence the video. So early next week, we will have a new addition to the SBC balance and rewards page in KCBO featuring builders. Okay, and that was yesterday. I made this update. And if you go to your Kringle Cash back office now, under reward section, then you go to SBC balance and reward, balances and reward. You would find out that you see your SBC balance, your TBC match, and then your Joy G match details, and then May 2023 promo. When you click on it, you'll be prompted to put in your wallet address, which I have already done. Okay, and then after that, you submit. Now, according to what they said, I have already been registered. So if you haven't done so yet, then you can go ahead and do so. But there are conditions that would qualify you to have this section activated, which we are going to find out shortly. So let's return back to the blog and read together. Now, we have a very exciting May promo for the builders of our SBC community. Qualified builders will start getting $5 a day in JoyG, paid directly to the MetaMask wallet. All members should put their receiving JoyG wallet address in the tab on the SBC balances and reward in KCBO if they are prompted to become a builder, so that we can start paying $5 a day to the qualified builders. Once they meet the qualifications, you will have that tab in your SBC rewards and balance tab. Once you meet those criteria, or you meet the criteria. Now, the administration, if you ask me, is a genius. Now, why I say he's a genius is because he has made up his mind that humanity will be free, and it is going to be through the Simply Brilliant community. I haven't seen an alternative. There are likes of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies which are trying to promote freedom. But the challenge with that system is built on a foundation of scarcity. Bitcoin cannot and will not be able to save humanity. Checks and balances has already been placed on it. Though a decentralized system, the elites will not watch to see that that system prevails because they were intelligent enough to set up the coin market cap and then set up the Security Exchange Commission as the body to oversee that system. Now, admin is so smart that he was deliberate to create a market-based system, but did not go under their submission. So at this point, Joy G is in the market. Some people ask, why is it not in the coin market cap? It's a simple thing. If it is in the coin market cap, it must submit to the terms and conditions the elite has placed on every coin there. Some people claim that if your coin is not in the coin market cap, then that means it's not worth it. But that's a lie. What we are doing is using the wisdom of our creator to make the world a better place. And the wisdom of our creator will look like foolishness to some people. And that's so, that is the truth. But at the long run, you begin to see the reality of what the administration is doing. So on that note, before I will continue on this, we've tried something like this before. And when we tried it out, it was not only for the builders, it was for everybody. But everybody we can refer to are called mixed multitudes. And mixed multitudes are those that are given to quick gratification and also are given to those who have short, long-term gratification. Everybody were given an opportunity to make withdrawals. And of course, the ones who were given to quick gratification were very quick to withdraw. And they were given instructions on what to do. When you refer back to the SBC balances and reward, the instructions were there. It's also on the blog. But the administration kept emphasizing and re-emphasizing on that. But people still chose to call his bluff. And they ignored whatever information he had told them to abide by. And they did their thing. Of course, we saw the reaction. Joy G price nosedived and a whole lot went on. But now he wants to give it a second chance. Now, this time, he's making use of the builders. And not just that, he's encouraging everybody to bring in at least 2 people because he knows that those who are willing to build the system are also going to be willing to listen to instructions. When they are told what to do, they'll be willing to follow those instructions. But some other people who are out there may have gone through one way or the other to have gotten whatever they have gotten, and they are not willing to listen to anybody. All they just want to do is cash out. Yeah, they are going to cash out at a certain point, but we have to do the ones to build the system to the point where when they get involved, whatever they choose to do will not negatively impact us because the number of people that would have been coming in by then would have been 100, and then maybe then will be 1 or 2. So even if they choose to withdraw everything they have, it may impact the price for minutes, and then there'll be a quick recovery. That's the whole idea of what the administration wants to achieve. So he's taking his time to categorize things. All right. Like I said today, I'm going to be as detailed as I can because the administration tried his possible best to be as detailed as he can so that people will follow the instruction. He was particularly referring to the builders. Those who came for the mass adoption meeting yesterday were builders. If you had stayed for about 2 hours listening to the administration, listening to questions and all that, then that means you are a builder. But those who are not builders are just those who wants to just have it their way. Well, you guys would get it when your time comes. But for now, let the builders do the work, okay? So to qualify as a builder, you plus 2 of your referrals, your personal referrals, must complete a May Billionaire program fee. And then you'll be paid $5 a day, starting at that point to the wallet address provided, which you find out in your reward section, SBC balances. Yes, advance payments made before are counted towards being qualified, as long as those advance payments cover the entire calendar month of May. Now that's self-explanatory. I don't need to go into details about it. Okay. So maybe I may need to clarify. Some people may have paid. If you have paid and your account is expiring on the 29th of May, then that means the promo may not benefit you. You may need to extend your subscription fee by at least 1 more month, so that you would benefit from this offer. So that's what the administration was trying to point out. To be clear, this is not a $5 payment per every 2 personal referrals. If you have more than 2 personal referrals, we thank you. But it's $5 a day per builder, regardless of how many other personal referrals they have. So since this is a single month May promo for now the administration was particular about for now because he's hoping that the community will comply, and I'm going to get to that shortly. It will require May payments of all three, which are the builder, in this case yourself, plus two personal referrals who made use of your referral links. Who made use of your referral links? To find your referral link, under marketing section, you will find your referral link there. So they must go about registering using your referral link. The minimum requirements for you to gain $5 is only two personal referrals. If you have more than two, you would enjoy bounties from each and every one of them. Okay, but if you would ask me, if you choose to have only two personal referrals and you don't want to do more than that, then please, whatever thing the system will give you, do not withdraw it and use it for your own personal benefits. Instead, give it back to the system so that it further extends your subscription fee for a reasonable period of time to at least 1 year. But if you are going to have more than two personal referrals, then it gives you every right to do whatever you want with the system with the money the system will give you. But how you are going to go about it is also another very critical thing, which I'll talk about when we get to that point. So the builder plus the two personal referrals to trigger the start of $5 a day payment. Even brand new members can qualify and get paid as builders in this May promo. So admin is actually encouraging new members to come in. He has been complaining, would I say, no, he has been talking about old members that don't want to do anything, old members that has the entitlement mentality, old members that see themselves as grandfathers in the system and that everyone must give obeisance to them. It's not so with the mind of the administration. Everyone in the community are seen as equals. The only thing is that some people will be more financially fortunate than others. That's because they came in on time, one. Secondly, they were persistent. They did not fall off. They were persistent, even though we had challenges. They were persistent, even though everything looked difficult to comprehend. At the initial phase, they were persistent because they knew that somehow it was going to happen. And then they were also consistent. And that consistency made them qualify. And then when the time comes, they would enjoy more benefits. Okay, so everyone is seen as equal. Everyone are expected to work. But there are three major categories. There will be a government in this system, which is presently what we are doing. Now, the government are the founders. They comprise of 111,111. Now, the second category of people are going to be the first level of billionaires, which are going to be 1 million. 1 million billionaires. And those guys are going to be the first set of workers. They will work. They will work the system. Now, for those of us on the core team, backup team, and rotator team, when we pay our subscription fee, we enjoy a certain level of benefit. Maybe SBC coins, 200, 150, as the case may be, or respectively. The moment we fill out these numbers, the billionaires will now begin to come in. And when they pay their subscription fee, they don't get any reward. They have to work. Now, the concept of meritocracy will peak into full force from the moment those billionaires start filling out, because those billionaires will be properly categorized based on how much effort they've made in the community. There will be a promo that will be set up by them, and if they follow those promos, then they are able to get rewards. I also perceive that they will also get a kind of, match 1 year later, but let me not go into that details. The administration will talk about it when we get there. Within the next 5 or 6 months maximum from now, I believe would have filled out the the pioneer levels, which are the core team, backup team, and rotator team. The government, the founders level would have been filled out between now and the next 3 or 6 months, So let's begin to make some effort. All right, so let me continue. Now, the May promo will have no impact on bounties. Bounties will continue to be paid in BSC. okay, which is BNB, okay. That's admin will swap JoyG into BNB and then, pays off. All members will continue to get paid 50% in bounties for all their personal referrals upon request. And of course, your request should be done within calendar months. Within that month, if you do it the following month, it will be changed to 2 grains of gold. Requests are usually fulfilled within 15 minutes. As needed, in an attempt to keep the JoyG price higher than 1,500, we may pause bounty payments or place bounties under maintenance to allow time for JoyG price to pump temporarily. And the administration is saying, as needed, in an attempt to keep JoyG price higher than 1,500, we may pause bounty payments or place bounties under maintenance to allow time for JoyG price to pump temporarily. Now, what does this simply mean? It simply means that if members of the community are working in disarray, it will tank the price. And the maximum tank level that the administration will allow is 1,500 if the community works in disarray. However, if the community works with the knowledge of the fact that every action they take will have a direct impact on the price of JoyG, they will be deliberate about how they react or how they do their thing. It's okay to make your withdrawal of bounty. It's very normal, okay? But if you are going to do it, it's okay for you to take your time to look into the chart section of JoyG and know the right time to go about it. Because if the majority are selling and you also want to join to add to selling pressure, to me, it's not cool. It's not nice. You have to be able to discern. This is why the admin was deliberate to give this to the builders, because the builders are going to be able to discern. The builders will put some thought to whatever actions they take in this community. So I hope we cooperate, especially when we start getting our $5 every day. Some of us, in fact, the good majority of us, are so interested and they see it as the system is going to now start paying us. And then when it accumulates for about 2 weeks, 2 weeks is about $70. What they just quickly do is go to PancakeSwap and swap. I wouldn't advise that you do that. There should be some actions that you will be accountable for. And if you choose to act in a way that is wrong, the community will suffer it. So I'm asking you to be able to take your time to interact with a group of people. In fact, find yourself in groups so that there are going to be people that you can sell to. Create cash centers in your groups. I mean, create a system where instead of you to go to PancakeSwap, which is the easy way, I mean, interact with people. If you have $70, then give it to them and they give you cash. Preferably people within your area, people in your country. It's easier that way. That way you preserve the integrity of JoyG. This is something that the administration emphasized upon yesterday. He said if we choose to act in an unscrupulous manner or in an uncoordinated manner, then this promo would not exceed this month. The mind of the admin is to keep running this promo until we have filled out our 1 billion active members. There may be some modifications along the line, but he's looking for the fastest possible way to get to 1 billion members. And then we move to phase 2. Some people think that when we are 1 billion active members, that's the end. No, that's the beginning, because we are a country of our own, comprising of people from different countries of the world, coming together to say no to the elite plan. And with that, we will change humanity, because we are going to, give jobs. There will be so much jobs available that the human race, the number of people that exist on Earth, we are going to have so much more jobs than the people existing on Earth. So people will be deliberate about the kinds of job they do. And I tell you that whichever job you choose to do will pay you very well. That's the kind of mind that the administration wants, and he will achieve it, because people like myself and other people out there has this intent. They also have bought into the intent of the administration, and we are pushing it with all our mind, pushing it with all our strength. And that's why it's going to happen. I am calling upon my builders who are in this community to please be deliberate about how you go about it, so that the price of JoyG will keep going up. Because the administration said, yeah, he has the money. The coins are there. The only thing is he doesn't want to give it to us, and then he gets negative feedback. if we do it in a well coordinated manner, all of us will enjoy, all of us will be happy. And I can tell you that if we do it in a well coordinated manner, Joy may get to 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, or even more within a very short time. But it's about proper coordination. And if we don't do that, we're ending up slowing ourselves down. I hope this narrative will be properly understood. All right, so let me continue reading. Where am I? But be assured that all bounty requests will be paid before the end of a calendar month, as it has always been. It does not depend on the admin if we will continue to run $5 payments in the month of June or onward. Now, take away this. It will read, it does depend on the admin. So what he is trying to say is admin is all in to see that this continues. Okay. Now, if we coordinate ourselves well, then we can align with the thought pattern of the admin, and then he creates a healthy environment for all of us to push forward, and all of us will be wealthy as well. It's what you call cooperative wealth, wealth that belongs to us and our generations, which you will find inside of the Simply Brilliant community. Outside of the Simply Brilliant community, you will find a whole lot of challenges, chaos, and all that. It's actually what is happening, and it's going to get worse. Yes, it will. And I don't mean to sound derogatory or sound bad. It's the truth. It's going to get worse to the point where people will start looking for a way to escape. That's why we're preparing humanity. That's why we're preparing ourselves here, because humanity will come to take shelter under the Simply Brilliant community when it is time. But people may say, oh, this man is not saying, he's not, I'm telling you the truth. Some people may not understand it now, but I've been saying the same thing right from when you ever knew me in this community, because I understand what will happen. I see how the future will unfold. Why? Because I meditate upon what things I see. I also meditate upon the scriptures, which has the whole mind of the beginning and the end of this entire world. So I am confident that this will happen, you know? So let's keep moving. It actually depends on the choices the builders make during the month of May. Admin hopes for the full cooperation of most of the builders so that we can prolong this kind of promo ongoing. So this clearly means admin came out to tell you that if you guys do a good job, he's with you guys and will continue until we've achieved our objective of 1 billion active members. This is a high value promo if it is ongoing. So it means he wants it to be ongoing. 30 days a month times 5, it's $150 plus $50 bounty per personal referral. Is a solid gain against the cost of a $35 to $40 8 grain billionaire program fee payment. So he also said that as you get this money, you know, in 7 days, you have money to pay subscription fee. If you have more than 2 downlines, there are people that will come to you from here and there. You also have new recruits. When you have new recruits, you should be able to use your own banked, or should I say, your May promo Joy to make payments for them. And as long as you've gotten everybody you are bringing into the community now, should be a builder. Gone are the days where you bring in people who just sit down and think from the investor point of view. No one in this community is an investor. I want you to get this. No one in this community is an investor. Investors are people that put their money in organizations or in programs or what have you, and the money speaks for them. In our community, you work it out yourself, because we are building a community that would outlive us. So this is the reason why you must work it out with your own hands. You must merit whatever title you are given in the community. It will not happen by accident. So anybody you are bringing into the community, be deliberate to tell him, are you a builder or not? It's not good enough for you to have the money and just pay and then be sitting down and be docile doing nothing. No, it is wealth you are building for yourself from the foundation. If you're having 1,000 downlines, then that means you are well to do. Apart from that, you would also have your match account. So you are going to have wealth from different areas. And this will apply to anyone that chooses to take responsibility over his future and make it happen. So I want us to understand the differences. We are not investors. Instead, we are builders. I am a builder of the Simply Brilliant community. I am an economic developer. Whichever one you want to call it, that's what we are. Not builders, okay? Sorry, not investors. I beg your pardon. All right, let me continue. This should also appeal to the immediate gratification of even the newest member, our newest members. In fact, admin is actually emphasizing that he wants new members to come in. New members that don't have that entitlement mentality, but are willing to work and get some money for themselves. That's what he wants. Now, he's not also saying old members go away. No, he's saying if you are an old member and you are willing to adjust your mind, unlearn, relearn, unlearn, learn, and relearn, then you are welcome. It's just that a good number of people, they have their own version of what the community is, which is not actually true. We've had challenging times, true, but so is it also for other organizations. Challenging times come and go, but those who are tough will pass through those stages and will move on. And I think if you're among them, you can also move on. Okay, with a fast effort to get 2 paid personal referrals, a new member could come out ahead quickly if we can make this an ongoing promo. So you see, from this simple paragraph, he has emphasized 3 times that he wants this thing to be an ongoing thing if he gets the cooperation of the community. All right, now I talked about this yesterday, that why we are different from the banks is because we manage our accounts, and in our economy, when we've built 1 billion, we are going to have an equity-based financial system, and we are going to use the wealth we have to make the world a better place. That's what we are going to do. Now check out this. This is a kind of evolution. Once upon a time, we used to use coins, gold coins, and then we went into, well, I don't know, it's inconsistent, but the point is driving at is whichever way you want to go about your payments, I think that's it. Large group making monthly payments, small group making withdrawals. So this ideal is what he has just set up. And that ideal is the fact that builders build, and one builder should be able to bring in at least 2 people. And you see, those 2 people, we should be able to bring in at least 2 people each. So it's going to be an exponential growth: 2, 4, 8, 16, and then it keeps moving from there, and it keeps moving from there. And then at some point, we hit maximum growth, or we hit what you call exponential, super exponential growth. Picture a time where we're 100,000, and then we move from 100,000, 200,000, 400,000, 800,000, 1.6 million, 2.6 or 3.2 million, and we keep moving, 6.4 million, and we keep moving. And you'll find out that in a month, we can quadruple. This is what admin's intents are. We are about to begin that exercise. I hope you are ready for this. He is not asking you for more than 2, just 2. Keep those 2 active, keep getting your money, and you could keep getting it until we've hit our membership base to 1 billion. It's that simple. It's very simple. It's not as difficult as, it's very simple. To get the millions of dollars within your JoyG Match account, it will take a larger group making monthly payments against a small group making withdrawals. To establish rapid JoyG price recovery, we need to keep the circulating supply of JoyG coins very low. So if this actually plays out, then you are going to find out that someone can decide, let me use admin as an instance. The admin can decide to sell 20 coins. And as soon as he sells it, in like 15 minutes, it has recovered. That's because builders are building fast and the payment is coming in every second. And in 15 minutes, you find out that it goes down and boom, 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 is back up. That's the plan of what admin wants. Even though there are small people that are making withdrawals, because needs must definitely arise. And it's where you are working that you also make some money from it. But it's about proper timing. At this point, we should start getting some money from the system. But the way you spend it, how you withdraw it matters, which we'll soon go into. We are getting very close to that place. All right. So in January 2023, we missed the target of having 1 million members making monthly payments. And this has frustrated our ability to pay out JoyG to the match accounts, because the admin's intent was, if we had hit 1 million members, then the JoyG payments would have become simple. Now, he wants to reinitiate it through the builders. The builders should be able to build until we fill out the 1 million billionaires. And that way, it's so easy for us to keep paying out our equal match to those who are on the core team and on the backup team. I anticipate that shortly we can fill out. In fact, we can fill out the 1 million members in about 3 solid months. Yes, it's very possible. If people decide to just duplicate, two brings two, two brings two, two brings two. In just 3 months, we've exceeded 1 million very active members. It's very simple. And I believe that we can reinitiate it. We can try it out a second time. But this time, it is going to be calculated payments. The equal match and withdrawals will begin to play out very soon. Now, when you listen to the words of the administration, he said that this frustrated our ability to pay Joyji to the Match wallet. So what he's trying to point out is, in order for us to confidently and easily get our equal match withdrawals, we should have a community size of at least 1 million active members. This is the kind of implication. That's what this simple message implies. We must have those active members so that equal more number of people paying will cushion the tank price or the withdrawal of people that are in the system doing one or two things, you know. So I hope we understand. I could see that we were off track last year to hit the target in time. So to compensate, I did the triple match quadruple pay to sweeten the match offer and to extend the time to hit the target with an additional year. That additional year is 2023. And whether you believe it or not, we are going to hit over 1 million members between now and the end of this year. Watch how it's going to happen. It will happen. Surely it will happen. And with that, some people would have gotten their triple match, quadruple pay. Those on the core team and on the backup team. Those on the rotator team will get double match and then double pay, which is also a good one, you know. All right. Now, this gives us the additional runway to build the numbers up in the community. This $5 promo is in the spirit of the match offer. So this is a kind of preamble before the main one. And the preambles will only be enjoyed by those who choose to build. Emphasis are build, build. This is a kind of employment opportunity, and it is a beautiful employment opportunity, but it's not limiting you to only two people. Even though he's saying build two, but you can build three, you can build four, you can build five, you can build 10, you can build more than that. There is no limit as to how many people you can build. And the more people you can build, the more people you can manage, the more of a leader you are. If you are a leader that has 20 people and you're able to manage them comfortably without stress, then you are a good builder. In fact, if you have 100 people and you are managing them well, then you are a master builder. In fact, you are a super master builder. And I intend getting over 1,000 people within the next 1 year. As things unfold, it is consistency that matters. It's mindset that matters. If you are not able to understand and then buy into the vision of this system, it will be difficult to thrive. It will be difficult to achieve the goal. I have bought the vision 7 years ago. And as I keep thriving and as the world continues to wobble and find challenges here and there, people will come to find out that this system is a good one, is a preferred one compared to what the elites are offering. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying, but this I'm saying is something I want you to also understand, and I want you to agree with me. Okay, now the $5 promo is in the same spirit of the match offer, but these $5 payments will not come out on the match account, will not come out of the match account. So, of course, the $5 is not from the match account. Now, some people are now asking, where will it come from? Where will it come from? We are all counting on the builders. When we get there, I will tell you where it comes from. Some people are like, are we going to get it from the World Bank? Or is it the IMF? Or is it the Bank of International Settlements? I mean, how will the admin afford to keep paying people, paying people, paying people? It's a simple thing. The thing is that we need to understand how the system operates. I will tell you, okay? Relax. Let's continue reading. When we get there, I will tell you. So just keep that by the side. None of our plans work without builders. Admin is like an architect, which is the chief master builder, okay, that organizes us who are also part of the builders in different categories, and has drawn up a plan to change the world for the better by financially empowering the individual. The community plays the role of the builders and they are incentivized by they are incentivized to build the number of active members that consistently support our growth by keeping up their program fee payments. A better world requires funding to create it, which is what we are doing. Now, the poster above makes it very clear that we are doing right. Okay, sorry. The poster above makes it very clear what we are doing right now. Builders need to teach others how to build so that we will speed up our growth to establish that larger group within this poster, which is what we have started now. Now, the smaller group making withdrawals will be so grateful. Now, the smaller group making withdrawals, of course, are those that are on the core team, backup team, and the rotator team. Now, to my surprise, I just discovered that people on the rotator team, even though this promo has been available for a few days now, are still falling off. I don't understand why they are falling off. But nonetheless, let me still read this again. The smaller group making withdrawals will be so grateful. In the next maximum 3 to 6 months from now, I want to believe that would have built our numbers to a substantial level that will give the administration reason to allow those on the core team, backup team, and rotator team to start withdrawing, because we would have built our numbers to a reasonable level. So everybody are seriously depending on the builders to make it happen. If you sit down and sit aloof and do nothing, we would not go anywhere. We are not asking for so much. We're asking for two. Only two is enough to make the difference. Plus, we have to keep the circulating supply of JOYG coins very low to enjoy rapid price recovery. So that smaller group is the builders during this May promo, and I hope consequent months will also follow. Builders are getting paid to duplicate themselves. If they do a good job of duplication, we could continue this promo in June. If they do a good job of duplication, we could continue this promo in June. Now, it's not all about duplicating, but about how you use the money. Emphasis has been made. Do not just withdraw the money through your pancake swap. Look for somebody that needs the money and then swap your cash for JOYG for payment of subscription fee or what have you. Now, it's not necessary that you would give it to only your downlines. You can give it to any other person who is a member in the community for payment of subscription. The reason JOYG exists is for payment of your subscription fee. If you also choose to use it to hodl, hodling also means that as the community grows, you would also gain what you call an appreciating value. You would gain value on that your JOYG that you have hodled. That has always been how systems operate. When you hodl, it gains more value. It's as simple as that. Okay, it's like wine. The longer the wine, the sweeter it gets. Something of that nature. Even though I don't take wine, but that's what I hear. I don't know how true it is. But the point I'm driving at is hodling is golden. You either hodl or you make use of it. Swapping between members of the community is the ideal thing to do. Swapping, not through the market. We are not in a concept of interacting with the market. As we build our membership base to 1 billion, we can become so interdependent on each other that we may not need the market, and that the market will naturally, we will build so much influence around the world that the idea of the market, the coin market cap, the forex market, any market things which the elite actually set up will just die a natural death because we are a better system. And this is what I want us to know. So emphasis should be laid on interacting with each other, swapping between members of the community. Of course, giving JOYG in exchange for cash. Cash comes first and then JOYG. So it should be paid before service. I hope you get. So I hope you understand. Now, also, builders will have some power over the price of JOYG. Builders keep an eye on your match accounts, which is your wealth in the community. It depends on when you come in. Everybody at some point will have access to their wealth, which is a kind of equal match. The core team, the backup team, the rotator team, which will get theirs in June, and then the rotator 23 will also get theirs next year, and the billionaires will also get theirs. The only difference is down the road, it gets smaller. It's just like Bitcoin. Some people had an opportunity to amass a substantial amount of Bitcoin when it came out because the price was so low, and they were able to hodl until the price became more obvious. So it's not out of the ordinary. It's the same thing with our community. But the price of Joygy will keep moving up. It will move from 5,000 to 10,000 to 20,000 to 25 to 50,000 to 100,000 to 200,000 to 500,000 to a million, and it just keeps going. There is no stopping to the value of Joygy. And that's why I said in about a year from now, you will forget that there are coins like Ethereum and other coins because everybody will rally around Joygy, including those on the markets, because of the way it will be going up, 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 even though the administration decides to tank it by 25, 40%. In a matter of 20, 30 minutes, it recovers and keep going up. Simple. This is what will cause everyone to come to Joygy very soon. And I want us to understand that if you're having Joygy or you are not having, please, if you have some money lying somewhere, put it into Joygy and just let it be for 1 year. You'll find out that the value would have appreciated several number of times. It's going to happen that way. So let's keep moving. A low Joygy price will cost you millions of dollars in loss of value on the coin stored up for each of you to match accounts in the match accounts. So use some good judgment. Swapping coins either on the exchange or within your wallet makes the price of Joygy goes down. Swapping coins either on the exchange or within your wallet makes the price of Joygy go down. So admin, in fact, took time to talk about this, and that if we do not coordinate ourselves properly, then he may decide to just bring the promo to an end because he can't afford to see the price of Joygy go so down. He's hoping that we do the right thing, we do a good work to help the price keep going up by just interacting with each other and not moving, not swapping the value. Just leave it on an up value. And anytime the admin chooses to withdraw to pay the bounties, the number of people who are coming into the system will be so fast that it will automatically and as soon as possible offset the value that the tank value of the Joygy that the administration sold, something like that. And not everybody will get it at this point, but over time I believe that the spirit of consistency and alignment will flow into the community. I hope we listen. You are a builder, so why not hold the Joygy? Why not hold a $5 payment to collect cash from your ever-growing list of personal referrals? It's not limited to personal referrals only. Anybody who also comes in and wants to pay his subscription fee, you have every right to sell to him. You can also sell with interest, okay? You may not just sell at face value. Sell with whatever interest you want. Maybe 15% interest or maybe 20% interest. I don't know, it's your choice. But anybody who wants to buy from you, you add in your interest and sell, and then you get, you give a superior asset to the person, which is Joygy, and you collect a depreciating asset with interest. That's the whole idea. The idea is the world is evolving into a cashless economy, and people should understand this narrative that this community wants to make sure that when we have built a key system that is cashless, the reserve currency of the world is now going to be GGR. Yes, the reserve currency of the world is going to be GGR. When we have built our membership to 1 billion, it now transits from GGR to SBC. So there are currencies that will have what you call global influence around the world. For instance, SBC, there is no currency on earth that won't be able to, that will be able to favorably stand side by side SBC. Of course, that's when we're 1 billion, which is a future thing. But as at now, we are going to build it with a gold-backed system. And our gold-backed system is not abundant-based. It is only limited to a certain level. Of course, when you are using gold, you won't get rich, but you won't be poor as well. Gold has always been a way to preserve your wealth. And we're going to build that system until we have built our membership to 1 billion. If you're able to play around with the exchange, you can also make good gain because GGR will be there, Bitcoin will be there, BNB will be there, and FarmWall will be there. So if you play around with those coins, you can quickly make some good returns with those coins. But it's not my primary concern at this point. The concern I'm actually driving at is being able to swap JoyG for your own cash from your personal referrals and those that are maybe not your personal referrals, plus adding an interest. Okay. As you sign up new people, they will need to buy JoyG from you, right? So store up your JoyG for that purpose. If a builder signs up 5 new members a month and duplicates our membership, okay, 5 new members a month and duplicated. If a new member signs up 5 new members a month and duplicated, our membership would explode in growth. So admin is actually emphasizing on growing and duplicating. Now everybody has their frequency. So work with your frequency. Some people can duplicate 100 people, some can duplicate 20 people, depending on your own ability. Please do not see it at face value and work with it. First of all, begin with 2. And then with time, you can grow your 2 to 4. And from your 4, you can build it to 8. Please don't rush in and then bring in 5 people. And then after 3 months, they are off. Take your time this time and build a solid system for yourself and for the community. For yourself first, because you get the money first as a builder. And then the community has what you call an impact. Your actions will now have a positive impact on the community, which causes the JoyG price to go up, and all of us are happy. I hope you got that. Now, this is how we can keep this promo running ongoing, months after months. What if we started with 10,000 builders and we move from 10,000 builders over the next 1 month, we're able to have 50,000 builders because each builder was able to bring in at least 5 people, and those 5 people were able to duplicate. So that 50,000 now becomes 250,000. And the same principle also plays out. And then in 3 short months, we're 1.25 million. That's why I said it's very possible to fill out the rotator team, the core team, the backup team, and even the billionaires within a short, very short possible time. Now, do you see how powerful this is? The $5 keeps everyone excited to build, and new members could become builders fast, so they don't miss out on these $5 payments. All right, now of course we see the chart. Do you see where admin sold on this chart to pay bills between the hours of 14:05 and 15:00, which is roughly 1 hour? Do you see how a large lump sum sold by the admin once in a while has rapid price recovery? So within 1 hour, this happened. But as our numbers grow, the time will shorten from an hour to 45 minutes, from 45 minutes to 30 minutes, from 30 minutes to 25 minutes, and at some point it will take 10 minutes and then it recovers. Well, by the time we built our membership to about 1 million, 2 million, in a matter of a minute, 2 minutes, or 5 minutes, it has recovered. Irrespective of whichever amount of money you choose to sell, it will recover that fast. Now, this is what will cause the core team, the market, to begin to see us. I don't know if admin's intent in the future is to feature on the coin market. That's not my jurisdiction to know now. But the point is that so many people will soon start coming to JoyG. I want us to see how this system was designed. And I do not think there is any coin in the market that has the model of the JoyG system. Admin has to pay the bounties and the bills of this operation. Admin pays those in BNB. But look at all those little selling red candles on this chart. That's the JoyG holders selling bits and parts of JoyG coins. And they drag out the time for the JoyG to go much higher. Now, if most of the JoyG holders were builders, now this is why this whole promo was set up at the first place. If most of the JoyG holders were builders and they didn't sell or swap, then the price of JoyG, the price would recover quickly all the time. It will recover quickly all the time when the admin needs to pay the bills. That is the objective here. So that is the objective and the reason why this system was set up, so that we who pay attention will do the needful. All right, remember that I said, where will admin get the money to pay? Now, when you look at the first one is 1 billion. This 1 billion coins will be distributed to the 1 billion members through a concept called match. You come into the community, you are consistent for 1 year. 1 year later, based on effort you made for the past 1 year, you'll be given a kind of reward, which is your match. And there'll be a controlled withdrawal every day. And that is what most of us are anticipating to enjoy very soon. But the administration is giving us a prelude, which is $5 per day. And then after that, we build the community so that leverage will play out, and that the smaller number of people withdrawing are dependent on the greater number of people paying. That is this one. And it's going to be distributed through a match process to the 1 billion members, the 1 million billionaires, the administrative cadre, which are core team, backup team, rotator team. I don't know if this will also apply to the millionaires. I don't know if it will apply, but hopefully it should also apply, so that there is every reason for someone to come in and then make an effort. There will be a whole lot of complex activities by the time we filled out the billionaires, because the merchant adoption phase would have begun, and a whole lot of other things would have also begun, by then. And now, looking at this is Kismet coin. And, admin took out some coins from here, and then these are one of them, and then this is the admin wallet as at the time this was taken, and all of these came out from here. Now, if you look at this is 111,110,449. So it's more than enough to give each and every one of us. This is more than enough. These are more than enough for activities to continue to play out and play out and play out. I mean, admin can run several number of promos like staking. He can launch some other kinds of promos like the one he's currently running, and there is enough money to pay. Now, the beautiful thing is this: through rapid price recovery, liquidity is given to JoyG. Now, liquidity means the rate at which the coins are moving fast. It's like a current moving fast within the community. It builds as more members come in, the liquidity builds. And as liquidity builds, it has a direct impact on price. Now, as you sell, liquidity goes down. As you build, liquidity goes up. Now, as the liquidity keeps rising, the value of JoyG keeps rising, and the administration will continue to pay you less and less amount of JoyG because the value is going up. And as the value goes up, you get lower. I mean, the value of what you have goes higher. So once it goes higher, he pays you lower, and the value will be consistent on $5. So if we do a good job, the administration has enough to pay 1 million members. He has enough to pay 5 million members. He has enough to pay 10 million members if they are building. Of course, remember that the liquidity keeps going up, so he pays a little less and less. It may be the same amount, okay? It may be the same $5, but the worth of $5 maybe this week, maybe 2. And after 1 week, instead of 2, the $5 now is 1.5. And then after 1 more week, instead of 1.5, it is now 1. It is still same $5. But you understand my narrative. So this is where, he's going to get enough money to pay. It's an agreement, public-private partnership between Kismet and the administration. So I hope you understand where the money comes. It's not from any foreign organization such as the World Bank, Bank of International Settlements, or the Council of 13. It's our private system. We agreed upon it. We have the power. Members in the community are the ones that give value to our community. Of course, that's how it is. Even the banks, when everybody comes out, when customers withdraw their money from their banks, what do you think becomes of the bank? Nothing. Because it's not backed by anything, as long as you're concerned, as long as I'm concerned, as long as we are concerned. All right. So I hope you got that. Now, this is the final part. The fourth wallet address here is the admin wallet that payments go to and withdrawals are made to pay the bills and bounties. We want to cycle as much of the circulating supply of JoyG coins into that wallet address as much as possible. Now, to be clear, this is the admin's wallet, the fourth one, okay? And transparency has been made so clear. We are changing the word transparently so that people would not say we did some abracadabra. We didn't. We agreed upon ourselves and we cooperated amongst ourselves and we made the world a better place. So I hope you get that. By building a large group, paying, by building a large group paying, we will have the cash flow to pay off all current obligation. And this leads us to setting up our exchange again. So there are obligations the admin wants to pay off. He has said it, and he said it in mass adoption meeting, that guys, we have to build. Some people are still having this entitlement mentality that you've been consistently paying your subscription fee by yourself, but that's not actually the original model of the community. Not for you to pay from your pocket, but to have the willpower to be able to interact with your colleagues, your friends, your loved ones, families, whatsoever, to come into this system. That's leverage. The system will win by leverage. The Joy G will leverage on the coin market to gain its value. So everything is about leverage. So even though you're paying from your pocket and you are supposed to enjoy the benefits, that is from your own mindset, you are not following the pattern. You are not following the law. You are not following the principle of the system. The system says pay once and then leverage. Pay once and then leverage. Leverage on at least two people. And then you start building from there. Okay? So that concept of admin, give me, even if it's a $1, because I've been paying myself and I've been strong paying myself. The idea is if everyone was doing the same thing, the community would not grow. So everybody should make an effort to grow the community within their space. There is a reason, there is someone out there you can talk to, and the person will listen to you and will be willing to join you on this race, except you are not a responsible person. And the community are not willing to harbor irresponsible kinds of people. So you must be, first of all, responsible. 2, have love for humanity. 3, be willing and diligent to build this community. So go out there and then bring in as much people as you can. Let's make this happen. Okay, so there are a whole lot of obligations the admin wants to fulfill. The first one is the buybacks. In fact, if it were possible, he would want to pay off all the buybacks this month. But it is dependent on the builders. The builders are the ones that will determine how the administration will go about paying off buybacks, And then the other one he wants to also settle, which is still ongoing, is the staking. He wants the staking to be ongoing for at least 1 year. And I said it in my previous broadcast, and I want to say it again, that I put in 1,000 there, and I want it to remain there for the next 1 year, because I want the system to succeed. Not that I really need the money at the moment, but everyone has the reason why they put in their money. So admin wants to have enough liquidity so that he can pay off the number of people that wants to withdraw their staking, plus the interest it has accrued over the past 5 months, which is 4 months, which is the month of February for those who came in early, February, March, April, May. So for the past 4 months, they are entitled to a certain 10% interest compound for the next 4 months, which some people want to withdraw. And the admin needs to have the cash flow to be able to settle those debts, because it's a liability on his own, and he wants to settle those debts so that everyone can have their money. But if you'd allow me to lend my own voice or my advice, don't be in a haste to withdraw all of your money from the staking. That's my own advice, but choose as you wish. This is not professional advice. Choose as you wish. And the final one, which is also, really itching to accomplish, is to settle up all the people on the exchange that has money there. And as soon as that is done, then he's free. And it's now time to move to the next level, which is merchant adoption phase. And all these things are likely going to play out this year. If we put our hands together and then begin to work, we can make it happen. All right? Okay, so finally, duplicating builders is the engine that will make everything else work out as planned. Let's keep this going month after month. So admin is still emphasizing on the fact that he wants this to continue. And if we agree with him, then this can continue until we've gotten to 1 billion. Now, picture a time where the system keeps paying you until we fill out 1 billion members. Are you picturing that? Are you picturing how much money you are going to get from just the promo alone, let alone the equal match that you'll be withdrawing every day? Are you picturing something like that? Are you seeing the kind of wealth that you would have access to within the next 6 months. So you should please cooperate with us so that we can make it happen. But it does depend on the builders, right? Yes, if you ask me. Admin listens and he does care. And now you have something to satisfy immediate gratification. Some people have been complaining that only the administration has been eating. This time, the administration is not only eating, he is now able to give you to become a builder so that it's now a joint, will I say joint holders. You are a joint heir of this system, and that I am a joint heir. As long as you are a builder, you would enjoy the dividends that the system is offering you. Okay? I hope I made a good presentation. Now, I've given you what you call a comprehensive summary of yesterday's mass adoption meeting. Okay? So I stop sharing my screen at this point. And if there are questions that people want to ask, oh wow, 1 hour, geez, I took so much time. So this is brother Matthias. Thanks for checking up. So brother Kehinde, well done, Bruce. We pray for the best to come. Thank you. Good morning, Councillor Augustine. It's like I keep seeing the same faces again and again and again. I wish I could have new faces. I wish I could have new faces. Good morning, sir. In fact, I love what you are doing for the community. May God bless you. Thank you very much. Good morning, Ambassador. My downline normally pay from 20th and above. Does it mean that I don't qualify for this promo? The promo is ongoing, okay? And I hope we align. Now, it means if you have 2 downlines who are paying or more, then you would start getting your $5 from the 21st, all things being equal. That's what it means. So I think if your downlines are active already, if your 2 downlines are active already, then you start getting from the promo immediately. But if they are not active, then that means, I don't know, are they building? Are they willing to grow the community? I don't know. But if you are saying that they are usually active and they do pay on the 20th, that means by now they should be active. And if there are 2, then you have started getting your promo immediately. All you need to do is go to the Kringle Cash under SBC rewards and balances and then put in your wallet address. And hopefully 24 hours from now, you'll get it inside of your MetaMask. I hope you get that. All right. Your explanation is very clear. It's up to us to change our mindset. Beautiful, beautiful, beloved, beautiful. Thank you so much for this feedback. To teach, to reach our goals, be blessed, and you to be blessed, beloved. Thank you so much for this explanation. Good morning, Ambassador. Good morning, Madam. It's a pleasure having you again on my broadcast. All right, this will be all for now, and we're going to be having another one tomorrow being Wednesday, and I'm also going to come out as usual to give us a summary of how the broadcast went, how the mass adoption meeting went. And do well to like, share, subscribe. Please share this to as many people as possible so that they can know and they can act accordingly. Till I'll be coming your way again some other time. God bless you. Cheers and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.